my first job in DC and spent about 6-7 years in software sales in the corporate lifestyle, going to the 9 to 5, cranking out those phones, cranking out those demos and trying to close clients, right? B2B. Got a bit tired of that. I moved to San Diego in 2014, and I still was working for another software company, but I just kind of hit a point where I was getting in my upper 20s, and I was just really tired of getting told what to do, where to go. I considered myself a pretty good salesperson. So in sales, it's not like, a lot of other regular 9 to 5 jobs where you control your schedule more. So if you're producing, you shouldn't have to be there, right? That was my mindset, because if I was producing and I was at the office and I didn't have anything to do, I was just like playing foosball and just wasting time. Yeah. So I was like, this is really pointless. Yeah. Wait, I don't know if can you swear on this podcast?
Yeah, it's fine. Good.
Okay. Yeah. This is really pointless. Pointless. And so I kind of hit a wall after I lost a couple big deals. And I've been listening to a lot of Gary Vee, as I'm sure you guys are well aware, and a couple other podcasts just about the digital opportunities that are out there, social media branding, things like that. So, I started to kind of percolate different ideas in my head as I thought I might be leaving my job soon. So kind of in the last 6 months, I was playing around with different blog ideas, social media ideas, Instagram ideas, just kind of experimenting, just kind of learning. And eventually I quit, not really knowing what I was going to do. But all I knew at that point was I didn't want to do this anymore. So
do you remember how you quit? Sorry to interrupt. I'm always curious about the quitting story.
Yeah. So I can definitely go into that. So I was starting to become a real employee, like not really getting back to my boss in time, and come in. I would always come in a little later than everyone else, like maybe 9:30. And he's just like, "What's up, man?" And then my sales started to go down as well. So if you're not producing and you're still doing that type of stuff, it's like a red flag for the upper levels, right? And but I knew in my mind I was probably getting towards my exit, so I was just kind of pushing that envelope just a little bit. Then I lost a couple of the big deals. I just got real pissed off. I'd been working a certain deal for about 3 years since I started with that company, lost it. And I kind of just checked out. I kind of just didn't come into work one day, kind of ignored him. So it was just like a natural, and he was cool enough, my immediate boss, where he wasn't going to be like, all right, that's it, like cut him off, like firing. Like he had a conversation with me, like, this is what's going on, man. And we had some conversations like that before leading up. Like, I'm not sure if, I still want to be here, but he's like, all right, well, let's give it a couple more months. So he had a feeling too. But anyway, we had a meeting with an HR person with him, and we just came to the conclusion that it's time to move on. And in sales, you don't give a 2 weeks notice. It's like, all right, you're done, you leave.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because you'd stop it, and then all of a sudden, all those deals, all that stress, it just disappears.
It's just gone.
Just floats out of your body. It's just bizarre. Gone.
And Mike has he could definitely relate, because he basically did the same
story,
thing,
yeah.
To get into real estate. But I'm curious, as you were now transitioning out mentally, and was there something that was telling you, like, okay, now go for this, there's going to be this opportunity, go ahead, take that leap, take that chance, because you have to be confident that something's going to work, right? Like, you're not just going to go live in your car or on the street. Yeah. So was there something that was like preparing you, and then was there a voice in your head or something like that? I'm always curious about, because I always claim that there's a voice in your head that gives you this idea, and then constantly it happens and happens and happens until finally you take action and you start moving in that direction. So I'm just curious to hear, is that sound like something that happened?
Yeah. So in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't want to, I'm pretty good at the sales thing, but I'm wasting a lot of time. Mm-hmm. I want to start selling for myself, but I'm not really sure what that means yet. I don't really know what I'm going to be selling or like how I'm going to eventually get there. I just know that I think I could do it. But on the flip side, that wasn't my initial thought. That was like in the back of my head. But my first thought was, I don't know, screw this. I'm going to go play poker, because I was a big poker player and playing that on the side a lot. So I was like, maybe I can just make this stuff work. And then that'd be really nice, just to play the game I love, make a living, and, just have more freedom. Well, poker's a pretty hard gig, right, when you're doing it for a living, because there's no other job where you go to and then like they take a couple $1,000 from you, which can happen in poker.
Of
Like
course.
this, sometimes you go and you win, but sometimes luck's not on your side. All you can do is make decisions over the long term, play the percentages, and hope that it works out. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. But anyway, I'm a pretty big risk taker and gambler because I like playing poker. I'm slightly Asian, so I guess it's in my gene pool, I guess, a little bit.
I've never heard that. Slightly Asian. Not a little bit, slightly.
Slightly Asian, yes. I remember playing cards with my grandfather, like, when I was a child and stuff.
Were you playing poker when you were a child?
Playing rummy, poker,
that's awesome.
Different games, yeah. So I quit to play poker and was trying to figure that stuff out. And then kind of realized that it's not going to work out. And I also don't like spending, 6 days in the casino every week.
When you had that realization that you're like, all right, I just quit my job. I just tried to play poker, which I know a lot. I'm all down for it. I know a lot of people would be like, what? You're going to play poker? Then when that doesn't pan out, what was your mindset at that point? Were you like, maybe I have to go back? Or were you still committed and you're like, I just need to find the right thing?
Yeah, I was just like, I need to figure out, why I love this game so much, because I was enjoying doing it, even though I wasn't making big bucks or anything. Mm-hmm. I was also documenting this on social media too, so you can actually go back and you can see every single session, every single win-loss, and it doesn't amount to anything grand, but it is on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
That's besides the point. Yeah. I try to figure out and analyze for myself and become more self-aware. Why do I love this game? And really, it's because of all the diversity in the game, bringing all the backgrounds together, stories from different people, playing poker with a corporate guy next to like a younger Asian student, next to a grandmother. Like, it's all these people who would never hang out ever in any walk of life except for the poker table. And I just got to know a bunch of different people and their stories. Like, this is interesting. Not only do I like the math, the gambling, and the winning, hopefully, but I also like the interaction, the social part of it. Because I didn't like playing online poker because that wasn't, just pressing buttons. I might as well just sit in a cubicle if I'm going to press buttons all day. Mm-hmm. So also live poker is easier because you can see people, you can get certain reads off them. But anyway, I was like, well, how can I parlay this interest and this passion I have into something a little more productive? And so I had been starting already to do some Instagram stuff, to research, how to build an online business and brand. And I was listening to a bunch of podcasts playing poker as well. And so I was like, I'll just start a podcast and, try to reach out and talk to cool people and learn from them how they've built online social media brands and businesses of themselves. And so not only can I produce content, but I can learn, with hopefully an audience as we grow. So it kind of knocks, out two birds with one stone. So I've been doing that, just applying my sales skills to Instagram DMs for the most part, sourcing guests. It was a lot harder in the beginning. Now it's much easier, but, I've stuck with it and been consistent with it. And it's been amazing to connect with so many incredible people. Not only interviewing people, but being on podcasts like this. It's really cool to connect with people doing similar things with similar mindsets. It's that attitude we talk about, the no snooze attitude. So that's what I try to embody. I just call it something different. I call it new age, but it's all in the same bucket.